Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's Lean Publishing Tip of the Day live stream. Today, I'm going to be talking about and showing you how you can create an online course on Leanpub. Before we get to that, just the usual first minute of the video housekeeping. You can find all these videos recorded for posterity and searchable on our YouTube channel at Leanpub. Please like and subscribe if you like this kind of thing. If you like discovering new books and authors and new book marketing and self-publishing tips and things like that, and just being a part of the Leanpub global author and reader community. You can also find an accompanying blog post for each of these tips of the day on our blog at leanpub.com/blog. As I always like to say, if you watch this video and you'd like to find the blog post and you can't find it when you go to leanpub.com/blog, you can always just click this little magnifying glass on the top right here, and then you can search for the keywords that you're seeing in the screen share here today. Why do you want to do that? Well, there's links in the article that aren't going to be in the video that are often helpful, pointing you to places on Leanpub, places on our help center where you can find tutorials and things like that. And if you just prefer reading and going at your own pace to watching a video or listening to me talk, the blog posts are great for that. You can also get these tips of the day by signing up for the Lean Publishing Daily email newsletter. You can do that using the button at the top of any one of these blog posts. And you can also do it from our homepage at leanpub.com, where you should find it. You'll probably find a banner near the top. Obviously, we change our homepage from time to time. But as I record this, there's a banner at the top where you can sign up, find links to sign up for our newsletters. In addition to the Lean Publishing Daily newsletter, we also have a weekly sale newsletter and a monthly sale newsletter. The daily emails also include interesting sales, just a few sort of discounts on Leanpub ebooks and ebook bundles and online courses. And if you scroll down in the email, you will find this tip of the day. So with that said, let's talk about creating an online course on Leanpub. So if you're familiar with Leanpub, you're probably familiar with it as a platform for writing and self-publishing books. Obviously, we sell ebooks on Leanpub and bundles of ebooks. For self-published authors who use Leanpub to write their book, we also have a print-ready PDF output that they can use to go to sites like Amazon KDP and Ingram and things like that to get their books into print as well. But we don't do any print sales or distribution ourselves. We can manage it for you. We have a Leanpub kind of service for sort of relatively expensive service, but it's for authors who are like, I don't want to learn how to get my book into print. I just want you to do it, take care of everything. We have a publish on Amazon service that you can find on Leanpub as well. But in addition to all of that, we also have ways to create online courses on Leanpub. There's a long story that can be told about why we built an online course platform as well. The high level answer there is that a lot of Leanpub books are nonfiction books, and a lot of those nonfiction books are something called prescriptive nonfiction in the book industry lingo. And what that means is that they're books that are trying to teach you something straightforward. Often very complicated and perhaps very hard to understand, that you need an expert to help you learn, but nonetheless, in an ordinary sense, straightforward. Which means that a lot of actually Leanpub authors consider their books to be something like a course as well that people are taking. And so we made a course platform that you can use to create online courses. You can think of them as like a book has a chapter, a course has a lesson. A Leanpub course has a lesson that is a set of text, like a chapter. Throughout the text of the lesson, however, you can add exercises, which are maybe the most normal way of doing this is just having a multiple choice question or two throughout it that people can take to sort of test themselves to see if they really understand what they're reading. And then typically what we recommend doing is at the end of each lesson, you add a quiz. The quiz, typically multiple choice questions, is automatically graded based on how the person does. And then when they're done the quiz, they submit it. And then when they're done all the quizzes in the course, they submit the whole course, and then they can get a grade and a certificate of completion and things like that. Let me just show you what these courses look like on our bookstore. So here I am on the Leanpub bookstore at leanpub.com, but I'm searching for courses. Here are current bestsellers. This is what courses will look like here. If you click on a course, you will then go to this nice page. If you own it already, you'll see this. If you're signed in as an admin, you'll see that little edit button, or if you sign in as the author. But you'll just see sort of like a nice kind of cover image for the course. See the pricing, you'll see the helpful information, things like that. The ordinary kind of pricing sliders, which we talk about in other videos, and help center articles if you're unfamiliar with that. And you'll see some that sort of nice teaser language, course info, the course material, which in this case is quite long, which is essentially a kind of table of contents. And then you'll see the information about the instructor or instructors at the bottom. In this case, it's Obi Fernandez, who you may have heard of, very smart person who's created this amazing course on Leanpub based on a book, Patterns of Application Development Using AI. This is the course version of that. You can actually see here that it's also part of a track. A track is a set of courses. I'll be talking about that in a separate video as well. But it's part of our AI Masterclass track, which you can see here. Just to plug this, if you are at all interested in AI and you want to understand, like, as we always say, like the models are changing all the time. The ways of interacting with them are changing all the time. But if you're going to compete, if you're really going to understand this technology, you need to learn how it works, where it comes from. And our AI Masterclass is about that. And then you need to learn how to apply it, not just in a kind of like type an instruction into ChatGPT kind of way, like how is it going to really be working in companies? How is it really going to be working in products? Things like that. So anyway, that's an example of a course and a course track. If you buy a course, you'll see it in your Leanpub library when someone buys your course. If you're a Leanpub author, I'm currently looking at my completed courses. I've selected Obi's course, and you'll see it just like you would see a book in the Leanpub library. You see the course like this. You can be notified when new versions come out. Leanpub courses, just like Leanpub books, can be published in progress. They can be, you can add a new lesson in a course at any time. Have a new mini launch for your course, announcing that you've added a new chapter. Anyone who's bought the course in the past, gets the new lesson. And they can see various things, like if they've completed the course, they can view the results. You can see I did pretty good, which I ought to have since I interviewed Obi for over about 3 hours of exclusive interviews for the course, which I'll talk about in just a second. But then you can go to the course, which we call it. And then you'll go to a page like this. Again, I've sort of completed, you'll see some helpful information if you've completed the course, or if you haven't, you can view your results. Here's my results in detail. This all comes out automatically if you create a Leanpub course online, not a Leanpub online course. People can even delve into the results kind of in more detail there. I actually haven't tested this in a while, but let's see what happens if I do that. All right, so I actually go to the actual quiz the result of the quiz that I took, and see the incorrect answers from that quiz, which is quite interesting. So I'm actually in the quiz when I click to view the results. Let's go back a couple pages. Here we are back again in viewing the course. When you create the course, you'll have an opportunity to add all this information. Of course, the teaser here, the about the course information down here, etc. If I were to go view the course, here's what a course would look like. You can see that there's three sort of conceptual sort of forms of things, content in the course. There's the lessons, as I said, that's the course version of a chapter. There's the quizzes that you've created. In this case, they've all got check marks because I went through them and completed them all. And there's also exercises. So quizzes basically get graded automatically and get included towards the sort of overall grade for the course. And exercises don't get graded, but they're just like quizzes, essentially typically multiple choice questions. You can go to the lessons here. This is essentially a kind of table of contents where people can see it broken down into subsections. And they can scroll down and jump to wherever they want to go. And on the right here, you see the kind of content of the lesson that they've chosen. So you can see here's the subsection lesson material. Here's the subsection lesson material. And you can scroll down and read all the content. At the top here, you see a video. You can embed YouTube videos in Leanpub courses, including unlisted videos, which this is. I won't go into all the details of this, but basically, as part of a sort of special project, Obi and I recorded up to 3 hours, or nearly 3 hours of exclusive videos, one-on-one interviews. There's one corresponding to each of the lessons. The idea there is that in addition to sort of like reading the course content and learning what the author has to say and teach you. In between or at the beginning of each lesson, you can take a little bit of a break, and you can just watch a kind of one-on-one fireside chat or podcast style interview talking about the contents of the lesson, yeah, basically like the sort of idea there is, it's like, imagine like I'm sort of supposed to be the stand-in for the person taking the course, the reader as it were, and asking imagine they actually had access to the author of the course for a while. What kind of questions would you ask them about these lessons? If you're interested in doing that with me on Leanpub, we've got a Global Author Max package that you can find. Just Google Leanpub Global Author Max or search our help center, etc. You'll find out how to do that. You can also find it here in the global author kind of section. But yeah, so that's what a course looks like. Let's go back to our blog post. So now that I've shown you what Leanpub courses look like in our bookstore, how people can buy them, what they look like after they're all set up and completed, what it looks like if you do buy one, and what it looks like if you're taking one as a kind of course learner, as we call them, all that kind of stuff. How do you create a Leanpub course? So the answer is, you go to, just like you create a book, you go to leanpub.com/create/book. To create a course, you go to leanpub.com/create/course. And then you'll be here, and you just give your course a title, Demo Len course, call it 1. Hopefully I haven't done one of those before. Okay, so you just give your course a title. You can change this course title later if you want. We automatically select the URL for you. You're automatically in the default writing mode to write in the browser. But just like for Leanpub books, you can actually also write in Dropbox or in Git and GitHub if you want to. We'll just do the writing in the browser here. If you don't have a plan already, it'll all kind of sort out in the normal way it does with such things. But basically, all you need to do is type in the title for your course. We'll automatically give you a URL for the free web page that you're gonna have right away, and you just click Add to Plan. In these videos, it sometimes takes a little bit longer for these steps to go because I've got this giant admin account that I use this for. One day I might start using a smaller account so these things go a little bit faster. While we're waiting for that there's a little spinner. Great. Okay. So see, I will show you while we're just waiting for the first preview of the course to be created. There are walkthroughs for all of these, obviously. So I'm going to kind of go through a little bit ad hoc in this live stream just to give you a kind of informal look at how it works. But we actually have full tutorials for each of the course creation writing modes, all the way from creating the course through writing it, through previewing it and testing it and things like that, all the way to actually clicking the publish button and making it public and starting to sell it. So, there's a link to the tutorial for the in-browser writing mode that we're going to be looking at shortly. There's a tutorial for the Git and GitHub writing mode, and then the Dropbox writing mode as well. So you can find all these on our Help Center. Just Google Leanpub Help Center and you'll find that really easily. And then just look for, walkthrough or tutorial, etc. and course, and you should find these tutorials pretty quickly. So let's go back to our course. Like usually when you create a Leanpub book, you go to a nice getting started page, or you go to the right tab directly. Here, let's go to the right tab. Actually, let's go to the preview. So we've automatically created a preview of this course based on the default content. When you create a book or a course on Leanpub, we actually have default content, so you can see what the product is going to look like based on that manuscript. So we have a default manuscript already there. You can read that. They're short, and then you can see what they look like. So if I go to view the latest preview of the course, I can see what this course looks like based on the default content that's in the book course manuscript. You can see what I was showing earlier on the left here, all the contents, the lessons are like, the course equivalent of chapters. And then on the right, you can see the selected content. You can see we've created a couple of quizzes for you, and a couple of exercises and things like that. And then some instructions. So this is a working live real course that's been previewed on Leanpub for you to view. Let's go back to what happens. So when you create the course, all you've done is you've typed in the title. We've chosen a URL for you, and you can then start working on it. Let's take a look though. I'm just clicking at on the picture at the top left here. This is the default cover picture for a course. Just like when you create a Leanpub book, you can see that people can actually enter their name and their email address. It's all free, free web page for your project where people can actually sign up. They can share their email address with you if they want to. But what they're signing up for is notify me when this course is published. So from the very beginning, you've just had an idea. Hey, I'd like to write a course on something. In just like basically a minute, you can have a landing page like this up on Leanpub where you can direct people to on social media or your blog, etc., saying, would you be interested in me writing a course on this subject? Just go here, register your interest by giving your name and your email address. You can share the email address if you want, or you can obscure it from me if you want to. And you can even tell people how much it would cost or how much they'd be willing to pay for it. They can give you that feedback. But yeah, let's just go back to where we're working on the book and what we call the author app or the course on the author app in Leanpub. And let's click on the right tab. And just give it a moment to load. So yeah, so remember we were looking for, or what we were looking at just earlier at the course kind of preview. It said the basics. Here's where that came from. We could change this to something else. You know, the world. Well, just while I'm explaining this, I'm just going to go create a new preview so I can show you how easy it is to make those changes. So while that preview is generating, let's go back to the right tab. I'm not going to go in depth in this live stream. I just wanted to show you how to create a course and show you how easy it is to do. But just to walk you through, there are some sort of settings here at the top that you can change. You know, how many attempts does someone get to submit the course? Things like that can go into more detail in Help Center articles and things like that, or you can contact us if it's not clear. And then we have some default content. But the most important thing to note is that this is how you create a quiz. You sort of do the curly brace, open curly brace, just type quiz, comma, then you give it an ID. This ID can be whatever you want. You'll probably want to, come up with some kind of conventional naming thing. And then you type the quiz title, like if you want to. You can type some content. But most important thing is a question is then a question mark followed by a space in the question. And then you type out, what A, B, C, D, E, or F are going to be, and you indicate what the correct answer is by using an uppercase rather than a lowercase letter here. And then you, do a closing quiz instruction here. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but what you're probably going to want to do is you're probably going to want to play around with this by, copying and pasting a whole example quiz and playing around with it and seeing what you can do with that. So let's go back to our preview. Hopefully that's done. View the latest preview of our course. And you can see that Hello World is there. So just like I changed it in the right tab, you just go create a new preview and you've got your new course content going. So that's how easy it is to create a Leanpub course. Let's go back. You just, go to leanpub.com/create/course, type in a title, click a button, and you can just get going. You can just start trying things out. What you're going to want to do, my suggestion would be that you, first of all, just dive in, create a course. You can close it later if you want to and start a new one. But just dive in, have a look at it. It's really that easy. Go to, the Leanpub course creation page, type in a title, click the button. You've got an online course that you can now try adding content to. Basically, you're going to be writing lessons, which are essentially like chapters in a book. And then you're going to be creating exercises and quizzes. Just like I showed you, you could copy and paste the default quizzes and exercises and just modify them in the course. That would be the easiest thing to do. You can embed YouTube videos in the course. Those videos can be unlisted on YouTube, so only people who, people might only be able to find them through buying the course. Yeah, and yeah, it's just a really cool thing. If you're a content creator, if you've already written a book, for example, you might want to consider turning it into a course. One of the main reasons to do that, if you've already written a nonfiction book on Leanpub, is that you can charge a higher price for it because it's premium content. There's quizzes and exercises, certificate of completion, things like that. And also, one thing we always like to say is that somebody with a professional development hours requirement for their profession. Sometimes people have these annual requirements. It's often easier for them, we think, to uh, spend money on a course than it is to spend money on a book, because a course has this certificate of completion, things like that, to justify their expenditure of time and money on their professional development hours. A boss might be more likely to sign off on somebody buying a course than they would be to buying a book, because taking a course, is different from sitting and reading a book, things like that. So it's that easy to create a course. If you've gone to the trouble of writing a book on Leanpub, I highly recommend you go to the course creation page and try creating a course too. Play around with it. Spend an hour seeing if it's for you. If it is, and you've already written a book, probably it's just going to be a kind of like multiple stage copy paste of the chapters into individual lessons, and then creating some quizzes and exercises and things like that. Yeah, so it's a really great thing. If you jumped into this video late, it was about how to create an online course on Leanpub. You can find the video recorded on our YouTube channel at Leanpub. Just look for the playlist Lean Publishing Tip of the Day. You can also find the blog post for this on our blog at leanpub.com/blog. If you don't see the post right away on the sort of main blog page, just click the magnifying glass and you will search for the keywords and you'll find it there. And yeah, if you like, learning self-publishing tips every weekday, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or sign up for the Lean Publishing Daily newsletter. These should be pretty easy to find. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching this live stream today about how to create an online course on Leanpub.